Hello, beautiful people. I'm Bagel, and I will be covering 5 tips you can do in the Split and Steal game. On the screen, you're going to see what the 5 tips are, along with their timestamps, if you need to reference a certain topic. Disclaimer, this video is for beginner players, so if you have more than, let's say, 2 hours played in this game, you probably already know all these tips that I plan to lay out in this video. But if you need clarification, I'll be explaining almost everything to the best of my ability, so let's go ahead and get started. Now, if you've ever peeked at Global Chat, you already know that people are constantly recruiting for organizations. Some of the bigger organizations require that you have a high contribution percentage. Well, how do you improve that? The first thing you want to do is you're going to want to go to your HQ. HQ is where you're able to essentially do like a building simulator, and you can build these buildings that grant you bonuses throughout your game. So if you're interested in organizations, you'll likely want to build buildings that give you a high contribution rating. These buildings include heritages, or let's say loan centers. Heritage centers provide you a bonus in the split contribution, while a loan shark branch may be able to provide you with a steal bonus percentage. These are the buildings you're going to want to focus on if you're interested in joining organizations. If you're a solo player or care for your own bonuses, you'll likely want to build, let's say, a hot dog express or ivory dealerships, depending on your playstyle if you tend to steal or split more. Note that there is an ideal building strat with numbers provided by Nod God. I won't be covering it in this video due to time constraints, but the link will be in the description if you are interested in that. I can also cover that if you would like me to, but you would have to let me know in the comments. Next, we're talking about artifacts and what they do. Artifacts can provide you with a coin bonus, attack bonus, and defense bonus to your character forever. This is entirely permanent and never goes away. It's important for when you're either heisting or getting attacked. This concept, though, is pretty much late game, so I wouldn't worry too much about heisting since you're pretty much in the stages of the game where you are building your resources and managing your resources. But upon opening an artifact, you'll get a coin bonus that improves your coin multiplier. So when you're in a game, you'll be rewarded with more coins when you win. And like I mentioned earlier, attack and defense bonuses are for heisting, but the more artifacts you open, the more of those bonuses will increase. Expanding on artifacts, tip 3 will be covering how you attain them. There are 3 main ways you can obtain artifacts. First, you can buy them for 20 USD in the shop, and it grants players in your organization with 2 artifacts by doing this. However, I recommend that you don't do this because it's quite a lot of money if you just want the artifacts. It's better for you to just wait and build artifacts over time. However, if you have money to spend and you want to support the game, by all means, go ahead since, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. Now, if you're a frugal one, you rely on building museums in your HQ. A single museum grants you a bonus of 0.04 artifacts a day along with 0.01 for your organization if you're in one. Therefore, it would be wise for you to join an organization to increase your chances of getting an artifact per day. The last way to obtain artifacts is to purchase cosmetics, but I would hold off on spending all your cash into cosmetics because, like I said, the most important thing you can do right now is manage your resources, and coins are essential to your resource management. The next tip we're going to be covering is what I call building character. This is imperative to your gameplay, and I encourage you to pay attention to this one. Once you earn some cash in this game, I recommend investing in a skin. This gives your character personality. For instance, if you see a guy in a hot dog suit, more often than not, the player will assume they'll split because that's a meme in the game. The hot dogs are nice people, supposedly. Also, experienced players dislike non-skins because they assume you're new and you'll likely steal just because you are new. So the chances of you losing increase because that player will feel more inclined to steal from you. Now, given that, my last point for this is abuse this system. Lots of steal organizations disguise themselves as hot dogs or thief hunters to trick players into splitting so they can steal. So if you want to be a thief, disguise as them too. Or just be a good hot dog and mindlessly press split. Tip number 5, and my final tip, is matchmaking tips. This is based on my own experience, along with many others who happen to agree with me. First, cashing out is useless. Don't do it. High stakes is where you earn most of your money, so get to tier 7, win, you'll be able to participate in high stakes. This goes until tier 10, then your run restarts if you win on tier 10. Secondly, always split below tier 7 with some exceptions. The next player will know you stole your previous match, and your run can potentially end. Now, there are some exceptions to this rule. If you see someone who has low karma, you'll likely want to steal from them, since when you're in high stakes, you will probably get stolen from them. So steal from them and hope your next match you can explain why you did it to the next player you're matched against, or just pray you get one of those always split players. Next, make sure you have good karma. I hinted at it just earlier, but players feel more inclined to steal from players who have bad karma. So build your karma by splitting often. If your karma is teetering between the 31k starting point, consider splitting even if it's with someone who has bad karma or you know you'll get stolen from. Sometimes it's important to suck up your pride and just move on and press split. Lastly, if you don't know what your karma is at, you can just go to your stats and history and it'll show you right there at the very bottom what your karma is at. That covers about every beginner tip I have for players just starting out in Split or Steal. I didn't cover everything that I wanted to, but I absolutely do love this game, and the fact that it's free to play is so much better. It needs a larger player base in my opinion, and so make sure you share this video with people. Make sure you subscribe for more content, like the video to show your support, and if you want to see more Split and Steal content, make sure to comment down below. That's all I have for you today, but I hope to see you next time. Before this video ends, I just want to say I have my own organization, and we are advocating for the developer to add a bagel suit to the game. So RootPew, if you happen to see this, bagels are amazing and very tasty, therefore we should get a suit of a bagel. Thank you.